The 1989 UK 2 pence coin features Queen Elizabeth II with the inscription Elizabeth II D.G.REG.F.D 1989 on the obverse, and the Prince of Wales's feathers with 2 pence and ich, deern on the reverse. This coin is made of bronze and was part of the decimal coinage system introduced in 1971. Obverse. The obverse side displays the third crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right, wearing the George IV state diadem. The inscription, Elizabeth II D.G.REG.F.D 1989 surrounds the portrait, with D.G.REG.F.D being an abbreviation of Dei Gratia, Regina Fidei Fansatrix, Latin for, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Reverse. The reverse features the badge of the Prince of Wales, 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. The motto Ich, deern, I serve is inscribed within the ribbon of the coronet. The denomination de pence is displayed above the badge, and the numeral 2 is below it. Historical context: the coin is part of the British decimal coinage system, introduced on February 15, 1971. The 2 pence coin was one of the initial denominations introduced at the time of decimalization. The design of the coin reflects the ongoing reign of Queen Elizabeth II, who has been featured on various British coinage since 1953. What if I told you that a simple copper-colored coin you've had sitting in your drawer since the 1980s might be worth thousands or even millions of dollars? Sounds impossible, right? But today, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins from the United Kingdom, the 1989 2 coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II with the famous inscription D.G.REG.F.D*. Don't be fooled by its ordinary appearance. In circulated condition, and especially with certain rare minting errors, this little piece of metal has been known to fetch staggering prices in private auctions and online sales. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to uncover the hidden fortune behind the 1989 2p coin, your trusted source for coin collectors, treasure hunters, and anyone curious about the hidden value in their pocket change. Today's spotlight: the legendary 1989 UK 2 pence coin and the incredible value it can hold, especially in circulated condition with specific mint errors. Let's begin with a little background. The 2 pence coin was first introduced into British currency in 1971 as part of the decimalization of the UK monetary system. These coins are made from bronze or copper-plated steel, depending on the year. In 1989, the coin featured the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Mockloff. This version shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem and is surrounded by the Latin inscription, Elizabeth II D.G.REG.F.D 1989, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. It seems standard, doesn't it? But here's where things get interesting. In the world of coin collecting, errors make all the difference. Some of the most valuable coins ever sold were only worth face value at the time of minting, but, thanks to minting flaws, they became treasures. With the 1989 2p coin, collectors have discovered a series of errors that significantly boosts its value. These include 1. Mule errors, coins mistakenly struck using dies from different designs or denominations. 2. Wrong planchet errors, when a coin is struck on a metal blank intended for another denomination or country. 3. Double strikes, when the coin is struck more than once, leading to overlapping images or letters. 4. Off-center strikes, when the design is misaligned, leaving part of it off the edge. 5. Die cracks or cuds, imperfections caused by damaged or worn-out dies, leading to visible cracks or blobs on the coin's surface. Among these, mule errors have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, with some listings online estimating values of over $100,000. But the rarest examples, especially those with extreme minting defects, have been rumored to be valued at over $1 million in private collector circles. Now, you might be wondering, sure, but my coin isn't perfect. It's been in circulation. It's worn out. And here's the surprise. Even circulated versions of the 1989 2p coin with rare minting errors can command jaw-dropping prices, while uncirculated or proof versions always fetch a premium. It's the rarity of the error and not the shininess of the coin that truly matters. Coins in VF very fine or EF extremely fine condition with visible errors have reportedly sold for $5,000 to $25,000. And get this one: circulated 1989 2p coin with a severe off-center strike and missing details was listed at over $75,000 on a major auction site. How to identify a valuable error on your coin? Here's how you can check if your 1989 2 pence coin might be worth a fortune. Examine the Queen's portrait in text. Are the letters misaligned? Is the inscription incomplete or doubled? Asterisk, flip the coin vertically. If the reverse design doesn't align perfectly with the front, you may have a rotation error. Asterisk, check the edges. A missing or oddly shaped rim could indicate a striking issue. Asterisk, look for odd colors or metal tones. This might hint at a planchette error. Asterisk, use a magnifying glass to scan for cracks, chips, or ghost images. These are signs of die deterioration or striking errors. Asterisk, if you find any of these issues, do not attempt to clean the coin, it could reduce its value. Instead, consult a reputable numismatist or professional coin grader. Asterisk, what makes these coins so desirable? It's a mix of rarity, historical significance, and the undeniable charm of the unexpected. Asterisk, the 1989 mintage was large, but quality control at the Royal Mint was tight, making errors extremely rare. So when they do occur and are caught in circulation, viewed as anomalies and attract immense attention. Asterisk, add to that the powerful legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, whose image graced the coin for decades. This makes the 1989 2p not just a coin, it's a snapshot of British history, tied to the longest reigning monarch and the final years of the Cold War. Asterisk, collectors across the globe are willing to pay enormous sums to own something that is both a mistake and a masterpiece. Let's talk real numbers. A mule era to p coin from the 1980s with new pence mistakenly struck instead of 2 pence. Sold for over $20,000. Asterisk, a 1989 off-metal error struck on the wrong blank was reportedly offered privately for $80,000. Asterisk, some rare versions in circulated condition were listed online for $15,000 to $25,000, depending on visibility of the error. Asterisk, and the collector world believes that a perfect storm of errors on a 1989 2p coin could someday fetch a 7-figure price tag over $1 million. Asterisk, so, what should you do now? Asterisk, first, check your change jars, old wallets, piggy banks, and any UK coin collections you might have inherited. If you find a 1989 2-pence coin, examine it carefully. You never know, might just be the ticket to a massive payday. Asterisk, second, subscribe to this channel and stay updated with more hidden coin treasures, valuation tips, and expert guides. Asterisk, and remember, sometimes the most ordinary coin hides the most extraordinary story. Asterisk, have you ever glanced at an old 2-pence coin and wondered if it's worth more than its face value? What if I told you that a seemingly ordinary coin from 1989, the United Kingdom to pence piece, carries with it not just the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, but also a deep and fascinating story of monarchic heritage, political transitions, and collector appeal? In this video, we're diving into the remarkable world of the 1989 UK 2-pence coin, with the royal inscription D.G.REG.F.D and its significance, especially in circulated condition. Asterisk, make sure to stay with me till the end, because what may look like a simple copper-plated coin could actually surprise you with its rising value and timeless history. Let's explore how a humble pocket change item could be a hidden gem in your collection. Asterisk, a glimpse into 1989, the historical asterisk. To understand the value and story behind the 1989 2-pence coin, we must first understand the era it came from. Asterisk, the year 1989 was a dynamic time in the United Kingdom and across the globe. Politically, Margaret Thatcher was nearing the end of her tenure as Prime Minister. The Cold War was beginning to thaw, and the Berlin Wall was just months away from falling. The winds of change were sweeping across Europe. Asterisk, back in Britain, Queen Elizabeth II was in her 37th year of reign, a symbol of national stability amid growing change. The monarchy retained strong public support, and the royal image on everyday coinage served as a continual reminder of tradition and unity. Asterisk, the coinage minted during this time, particularly the copper coins, represented both practicality and national pride. The 2-pence coin, while small in denomination, carried significant symbolic weight. Asterisk, 2. Understanding the coin's design, symbols of a nation. Asterisk, the 1989 UK 2-pence coin carries a design deeply rooted in British heraldry and monarchy. Obverse front, the obverse side features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael. This portrait was used from 1985 to 1997 and is notable for its more regal depiction, with the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem. Her profile is elegant and confident, representing the enduring presence of the monarchy. Asterisk, surrounding the portrait are the Latin words. Asterisk, Elizabeth II D.G.REG.F.D. 1989. Let's break this down. Elizabeth II, Queen Elizabeth II, asterisk DG stands for Dei Gratia, meaning, by the grace of God. Asterisk, Reg is short for Regina, meaning Queen. Asterisk, FD stands for Fidei, defensor, or defender of the faith. So, the full inscription translates to Elizabeth II. By the grace of God, Queen, defender of the faith, reversed back. The reverse features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers within a ribbon below bears the motto Ich, dear in German for I serve. Asterisk. This design, by Christopher Ironside, ties the coin to centuries of British royal history. The Prince of Wales emblem has been used on 2-pence coins since in 1971. Asterisk. The 1989 2-pence coin is made of bronze, weighing 7.12 grams, with a diameter of 25.91 millimeters. Asterisk. In circulated condition, these coins show signs of age, surface wear, loss of luster, minor scratches, but this only adds to their historic charm. They've passed through the hands of countless individuals, carrying with them stories and moments from daily life in late 20th century Britain. Asterisk. Interestingly, 1989 was one of the last years the 2-pence coin was made in bronze. By 1992, the Royal Mint transitioned to copper-plated steel to save costs, making the earlier bronze versions more attractive to collectors today. Asterisk. 4. Mintage and rarity. Asterisk. In 1989, the Royal Mint produced over 250 million 2-pence coins for general circulation. That might seem like a lot, and indeed, these coins were common pocket change for decades. Asterisk. However, what's special isn't just the number, it's how many have survived in collectible-worthy condition after decades of use. Circulated coins from 1989 that remain in well-preserved condition are becoming harder to find, especially as more are lost, damaged, or melted over time. Asterisk. Additionally, certain errors or variations in mintage, such as double strikes, off-center minting, or retained die cracks can make a 1989 2p coin far more valuable than its face value. Asterisk. 5. Collector value in today's market. Asterisk. Let's talk about what every collector and enthusiast wants to know, the value. Asterisk. In average circulated condition, a 1989 2-pence coin generally sells for its face value minus 2p, or a few pence more if it's in decent shape. However, coins in excellent circulated condition, especially those with unusual toning or minor errors, can fetch up to £1 to £5 depending on buyer interest. Asterisk. Now here's where things get interesting. Asterisk. Certain error coins, like those missing the new pence to pence label due to die errors, or coins struck on the wrong planchette, have been auctioned for much higher. Asterisk. One famous example is the 19,832 pence new pence error, which sold for over £1,000 GBP. And this caused collectors to start closely inspecting their 2p coins from other years, including 1989. Asterisk. So while the 1989 2p coin, in standard circulated condition, might not command astronomical sums, its historical importance, royal connection, and bronze composition keep it steadily climbing in collector demand. Asterisk. And who knows, if you happen to have an error variant or near mint example, it could be worth hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars, especially as rare UK coins gain traction in international markets. Asterisk. 6. Cultural significance and public sentiment. Asterisk. There's something charming about British coinage. The combination of history, language, and design speaks to both tradition and continuity. Asterisk. The 1989 2-pence coin is a cultural time capsule. It reflects an era when the UK was redefining itself economically and politically, yet still firmly holding on to its royal identity. Asterisk. Queen Elizabeth II, who passed away in 2022, remains a towering figure in world history. Coins bearing her image, particularly those from her middle reign like the 1980s and 1990s, are becoming more nostalgic and meaningful with each passing year. Asterisk. For collectors, these coins aren't just about metal value, they're about stories, about keeping a piece of the past alive. Asterisk. 7. Final thoughts. Is it worth keeping? Absolutely. If you come across a 1989 UK 2-pence coin in circulated condition, it might not be worth millions outright, but it's certainly worth holding on to, especially as demand for older coinage increases. Asterisk. And if you're lucky enough to find one in high grade or with a minting error, you might just be sitting on a small treasure. In some cases, rare errors or pristine examples have been listed for hundreds or even thousands of dollars by keen-eyed sellers. Asterisk. Coins like this are increasingly being recognized not just as currency, but as miniature historical artifacts. Asterisk. So, next time you're sorting through your change or digging into an old drawer, take a second look at those 2-pence coins. That 1989 piece might be more than just bronze. It might be your link to a royal legacy. Asterisk. Today, we explored the intriguing story behind the 1989 UK 2-pence coin, featuring the legendary monarch Queen Elizabeth II and the iconic Latin inscription, D.G.REG.F.D. Whether you're a collector, a history buff, or just someone who loves discovering hidden treasures in loose change, this is a coin you'll want to learn more about. Asterisk. Stay with me as we break down its design, meaning, circulation, and potential value, because not all pennies are created equal. Asterisk. The 1989 UK 2-pence coin is more than just spare change. It's a time capsule from a year that saw the fall of the Berlin Wall, the rise of new global politics, and the firm continuation of a royal tradition that spans centuries. This particular coin features Queen Elizabeth II in what is known as her third portrait, a design used from 1985 to 1997 and created by artist Raphael McLove. The reverse side holds the classic badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a knot with a ribbon below that reads the motto Ich diene, which means I serve in German. This design by Christopher Ironside has become a signature of British coinage. But what makes the 1989 version of this coin special? Let's start with the inscription. Decoding the inscription, D.G.REG.F.D around Queen Elizabeth II's portrait is the Latin inscription D.G.REG.F.D, which stands for De Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, translation, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This phrase is steeped in British monarchy tradition, tracing back hundreds of years. It's a powerful declaration of divine right and religious duty, two elements that have shaped the crown's role in the UK for generations. So even before we talk value, we must acknowledge that this coin represents not only the monetary system, but also a cultural and constitutional legacy. Design and specifications. Here are the specs of the 1989 2p coin. Material, bronze 4 coins minted before 1992. Diameter, 9 mm. Weight, 7.12 grams. Edge, plain averse, Queen Elizabeth II. By Raphael McLove. Reverse, badge of the Prince of Wales. By Christopher Ironside. The bronze composition of this coin is crucial. After 1992, the Royal Mint shifted to copper steel, which makes pre-1992 coins more desirable to some collectors due to their original metal content. 1989 was a year of both global and national significance. While the world watched political revolutions sweep Eastern Europe, the UK was navigating its own cultural evolution. Margaret Thatcher was still Prime Minister, and the country was experiencing strong political debate, social change, and a new wave of economic reform. In the middle of all this, the UK continued its proud tradition of issuing coins that reflect national identity, monarchy, and stability. The 1989 2p coin is thus a symbol of this period, a reminder of Britain's enduring monarchy in a rapidly changing world. You might be asking what makes this coin valuable. Well, for starters, 1. Condition. Even though circulated, some 1989 2p coins survive in remarkably good shape. Crisp details, clean fields, and minimal scratches can elevate a basic coin into something highly collectible. 2. Metal composition. As we mentioned, this coin was made in bronze, now discontinued in coin production. Bronze coins have a different tone, weight, and feel, which collectors love. 3. Historical year. Coins from politically or historically significant years often see increased interest. While 1989 wasn't a rare minting year, its place in the timeline of Queen Elizabeth II's reign and the broader world stage adds intangible value. 4. Royal portrait. This version features the elegant third portrait of the Queen, which is widely considered one of the most graceful and dignified. 5. Legacy appeal. With Queen Elizabeth II's passing in 2022, her coins have seen renewed interest. The market for Elizabeth II era coins, especially those from her middle reigns, strong and growing. Now let's talk about numbers. In circulated condition. The 1989 2p coin doesn't typically fetch enormous sums, but here's where it gets interesting. Some coins, even circulated ones, have sold for £1 to £5 for average circulated pieces on UK resale platforms. £10 to £20 or more for coins in above average condition or bundled with other pre-1992 coins. In rare instances, if the coin features an error like a mule error where the obverse and reverse don't match, it can skyrocket to hundreds or even thousands of pounds. Although no widely confirmed minting error exists for the 1989 2p, collectors remain on the lookout. A hypothetical discovery of an error coin could easily push value into the 5-figure territory, especially if it's authenticated. Some of the most valuable UK coins are mules, accidental combinations of obverse and reverse dies. For example, some 1983 2p coins were mistakenly struck with new pence instead of 2p.